Hey goddesses, welcome. My name is Kara Melendi, helping you awaken to your goddess power, co-create magic with the universe. And what I want to share with you today is April's astrology forecast. We are officially in Aries season, and April is one of the most powerful months this year. Like, it is just so much going on. We've seen like major shifts happening lately with like Uranus moving into Taurus. We now have the nodal axes changed. Like, it's just so much going on. Basically, we have Chiron in Aries. So I really want to dive in and help you understand some of these energies that are happening right now, and most importantly, give you some guidance in how to connect with it, how to manifest within this energy. So say hi if you're here. Hi, Gail, Joanne, and Sharon Kenzel. Shared out already. You are so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And I know this is your season, Kenzel, as an Aries. We're loving this energy. But what I want to say as well, like, it's so key to remember this with astrology. Like, we have each of the signs of the zodiac, all 12 signs are part of our energy. Like, when you look at a birth chart, you have all of those signs somewhere, and that's why we connect with it. We connect with these zodiac signs. It's like we understand them on a deep level. It's so innate to us. Now, what's the focus this lifetime for you is going to be different for each person, and even how each of these zodiac signs are expressed through you is different for all of us. But it's just so key in understanding astrology. Like, we really do embody each of these energies. And what I thought would be fun today too, actually, because I don't think I've done this in a while, is share with me your zodiac sign below. And if you do know your rising, your sun, your moon, your rising, share that out. I think that will be a lot of fun. And just, oh, is it your birthday, Kenzel? Happy solar return. Awesome. So cool. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Aries, Venus, and Chiron at the very end. Yeah, so cool. Valencia, hello. Jennifer, Kate. So if you're jumping on, share your zodiac sign. That's always fun, and we'll just kind of get a feel for the energy here today, like who's showing up. And if you do know your sun, moon, rising, share that as well. That's always super fun. The sun is our zodiac sign. That's when we say, like, I'm a Gemini, or I'm a Cancer, or I'm an Aries. That's actually the sign the sun was in at the time of our birth, and that's our personality. And then the moon is your inner world. That's like your intuition. That's how you emotionally respond to new environments, new situations. It's so key when it comes to like compatibility and relationships as well. It's like, because it's what we need on an emotional level to feel secure and to feel safe. And people don't always see like our moon sign, but they sense it's there under the surface. And then your rising sign is that outer image. So it's like what other people see. It's that initial impression that you give. It's also very much, I feel, and this kind of changes depending on like the astrologer. I feel it slightly changes, but I feel the rising is also like where our soul is leading us this lifetime. And our rising may or may not be the same as our zodiac sign. So it's really cool. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. I'm excited to dive into this. Valencia is a Virgo with an Aries moon, a Gemini rising. So cool. Adam, Sagittarius, because you're easygoing. I love the Sagittarius energy. They are definitely like the freedom lover, adventurer of the zodiac for sure. Lamorla, good morning, beautiful. And Kenzel, you know yours in Western and Vedic. It's so fun to do both. And I focus more on the Western astrology, but our energy, like, they all kind of converge anyway. Like the Western and the Vedic, when you really get into understanding your full chart, it's still your energy signature. So there's going to be so many overlaps anyway, for sure. But I love that you know both. That's so cool. Okay, so let's dive in and look at the astrology for April. We are coming out of Pisces season, but we still have this Piscean influence right now, especially where we just had Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and prosperity, move into Pisces the other day. So it's this really interesting energy right now where we have Aries, which is very like fiery, it's ambitious, it's the motivator, it wants to like get out there and get things done. It's that warrior spirit. And then we still have this Pisces energy. And coming out of Pisces season, let me know if you like relate to this or resonate with this. The themes I've seen throughout March, most of March, I'm like, where are we now? Time just seems to be flying lately for me. It's crazy. But the theme throughout March and when we get into like Pisces season, I find a lot of people feel like they need time to go inward. They need time to rest, recharge, reflect, and they don't necessarily feel like launching new projects, like moving to a new place, like exerting a lot of action. It seems to be a time where it's more, let's go in, let's recharge our energy, let's regroup, and it's a very like dreamy, intuitive vibe to it. And then we move into Aries, and it is like our energy starts to build. We start to feel motivated again, and we want to move forward, and we want to get things done. And it's like that cardinal energy of, okay, I'm taking charge, I'm ready to take action. But we're at a time right now where it's like we're blending both of those energies. We still have Mercury, we have Neptune, we now have Venus in Pisces as well. So there's a part of us, and we can use this in a really beautiful way, where our intuition is really strong right now. It's easy to open up and channel divine guidance, to feel that connection to our spirituality, to awaken your spiritual gifts. And now that's starting to be combined with the Aries energy, which helps us take these intuitive downloads and apply them in practical ways. So we see this water energy coming together with fire, and it can be used like in its highest expression to really move forward and get things done while still honoring our body, honoring our intuition, and honoring what we really need. Hi, Tony. Welcome, beautiful. Feeling motivated again. Yeah, that tends to happen as we move into Aries season. We're like, okay, it's time to get going. And it's so interesting because each of us responds like a little bit differently to the energy. So some people, like, they love Pisces season because it is that relaxed vibe of surrender, like expanding our imagination. And other people feel uncomfortable with that. They'd rather be in action mode, and it's hard to slow down. So it's interesting to just like observe within yourself as well how you respond to these shifts in cosmic energies, to these changes, like how they affect you personally. All right, so if you're just jumping in now, share with me your zodiac sign. If you know your sun, moon, and rising, share that. It's fun. As an astrologer, of course, I love to hear that and like connect into your energy. Yeah, March did go fast, Kenzel. So Lamorla's a Virgo moon, Leo cusp, very cool, and Capricorn moon and Libra rising. Ooh, I like that energy. Very neat. Very neat. Okay, cool. So see if there's anything else I'm missing in the comments. Tony's a Leo sun, Sag rising. Think the Aries fire is lighting me up. Gemini moon. Cool. Gemini is actually coming into play as we move into April as well. We're going to have Mars move in to Gemini. So yes, basically just to kind of sum up that energy so far, it is that connection to our intuition, learning to like trust our body, where it's leading us. But we're now feeling that call to take action and to move forward with it. And that's so important. And at its core, I feel Aries really teaches us this lesson. It teaches us the importance of not allowing fear to win. Like each day we really have this choice. Do I succumb to the fear mind, the inner critic, the doubts, or do I tap into my higher self? Do I listen to where my soul is guiding me? And Aries energy in its highest expression is about detaching from that fear mind and unleashing that courage, that warrior energy of going for what we want and like fully claiming it, even though we have the fears, because the fears are there for everyone, right? It's like and it basically comes down to a choice of what we decide to listen to, the fear mind or where my soul is leading me, the wisdom of my higher self. And when we move into Aries season, and this, again, it doesn't, like, regardless of what your personal sign is, we're all in this energy right now. And it's making that choice to move forward anyway. Because courage comes from that place of fear, right? It's in fear that we then learn what it means to be courageous. And that's what we're all working with when it comes to Aries season. Like allowing our vision, our dream, our desire, the guidance from our intuition, the guidance from our higher self to be bigger than what the fear is. And at its core, we're really, really tapping into it. And with Venus in Pisces, there's still this sensitivity that's there, which can work really well because we can be sensitive to the energies. We can also be very empathic right now, very connected to the people around us, which is really helpful too, right? Just to be reminded we are all one, to sink into that energy of like love, knowing that at our core we are love. And Venus in Pisces really teaches us that. So let me know if this is resonating. Feel free to ask your questions throughout. Jennifer, what's my sign? So Jennifer, I'm a Cancer sun, I'm an Aries rising and a Taurus moon. So I got the fire, water, earth mixed in there. Kelly, hello. So if you're just jumping in now, feel free to share what your zodiac sign is, your sun, moon, and rising if you know it. Yeah, so let me know if that's resonating with you, this idea of maybe being more sensitive, being connected to our intuition, but then how we use that, how we move forward, how we stay connected to our higher self despite the fear. And that's what I love about this Aries energy. And where I mentioned in the title, there's this karmic theme coming in. So this is so cool. And with this fire and water energy, we also, Capricorn's a big influence throughout this year, and we really see it highlighted even as I'm doing this video throughout April as well, because we have Saturn and we have Pluto and we have the South Node all in Capricorn. And in astrology, the North Node and the South Node, they're related to our karma, especially the South Node. The South Node is that glimpse into our past life. It's a glimpse of where we've been. When I do a reading for someone, I love to look at that nodal axis because it shows me their past life and the strengths and gifts that they bring into this lifetime. And then the North Node shows where you are going. So it's like the path that you are now on. And they work together, right? Your South Node is helping you step into where your life path is. So for us all, as we go through April, it is this karmic theme. And I know for many people, it's been showing up in relationships. At the time of the Libra moon, there was readings I did, clients I was working with, where there was these endings of big relationships in their life. And this feeling the soul contract had come to an end. And it is this karmic element that we're still feeling. And for many, it is showing up in relationships, or it could be new relationships that are coming in. And there's this deep soul recognition of we've done this before. And isn't that a cool feeling when we meet someone and it's my soul recognizes you? It's not our first time together. And sometimes they're really beautiful connections when that happens. Other times it's challenging, but that's what sparks the growth for us. But either way, there's that huge karmic theme. And it's not just in relationships, but especially looking at the chart and the energy as a whole, it's also about stepping up, claiming your destiny. What is your soul here to do this lifetime? What's the impact that you're here to make? And really stepping up and saying yes to it. And you don't need to know all the details, right? It always begins with just saying yes and being open to being guided, being open to being led. So that's really coming into play big time with this South Node, with Saturn, with Pluto, major transformation, and also playing out in terms of your career and your business. Capricorn governs our public image, is what we show to the world. Pluto's transformation in that area. And then Saturn's also related to karma. So we're seeing these karmic themes, and I've seen in readings it's coming out for people in relationships, but also in career, where there's lots of people are shifting careers now as well. If they feel I know I'm not at place with what I'm doing, I know I'm called to do something else. And many people stepping up as light workers, healers, spiritual entrepreneurs, and knowing that I have this message, even if I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out, how I'm going to use my healing gifts, I know I'm meant to do this. And we just have that gut instinct, that gut knowing right now. And it's a really cool energy. All right, welcome if you are just jumping in. Kelly is a Leo sun, Leo rising, Cancer moon. Oh, what a beautiful combination. That's so loving, playful, creative, very intuitive as well. I love that. Miranda, welcome. Great to have you here, beautiful. Beverly, hello, hello. All right, so if you're jumping in now, feel free to share your astrology details, your zodiac sign, your sun, moon, and rising if you know it. And I also have readings that are opening up for April now. So I have 5 spots for readings. They always fill super quickly because in addition to doing the readings, which I absolutely love, I do have like my astrology program on the go right now. I have my membership site. I have clients that I'm working with one-on-one. So there's 5 spots for readings. So if you want to know what your theme is for April or even throughout this year, or just how to connect with your unique soul blueprint, our birth chart is our divine soul blueprint, the energy we came into the world with. So if you want guidance in how do I connect with that? What does this mean about my life path, about my career aptitudes, about my soul journey? Definitely, you can visit my website at spiritualgoddesses.com and you'll see a tab with readings that you can click on, or you can just reach out and send me a message and I'd be happy to give you the details on that. Michelle is a Libra. However, I can't remember my other signs. No worries. I know sometimes it's hard to remember all of them. I always say, like, and we have planets in each of the signs of the zodiac. So the 3 key players when we're really getting into astrology is the sun, is the moon, is the rising. Those are the 3 for sure. Okay, so another big theme happening this month, in addition to like these karmic themes coming up in relationships and our career, we're still feeling like intuition really strongly, divine downloads, we're taking action. We have Mars moving into Gemini, and that's happening this week, and it'll be there throughout April. And this can bring in new creative ideas because Mars is the planet that drives our actions. It's the planet that motivates us. And in Gemini, we're motivated to expand our mind, to learn new things, to ask questions. It's like that Gemini energy teaches us to be curious, to like have that curiosity of a child where we never like, we're okay with asking questions. We never feel like we have these solid opinions formed. We are just open to hearing from other people, open to new ideas coming in. And this is where it can play out really well in terms of business or career too, where if you feel like you were kind of stuck or stagnant, which can happen with Mercury retrograde and with all the Pisces energy, like it can feel like things are a little bit on hold. This is the month where it does pick up because of the Aries energy. Mars now in Gemini, the focus on this Capricorn energy, we can feel like, okay, there's new ideas coming in. If I'm feeling stuck, I'm open to a new creative way of seeing this. So stay really open to like where that intuition is leading you. Stay open to seeing things in a new perspective. It's like the perspective that we take is so key. Like it determines what we attract. It determines what we notice in our environment. So even just asking the question, like, how can I see this in a new light? How can I see this situation in a new way? That alone can spark creativity and it can spark these new ideas coming in for you. So be open to that. And asking questions, like the questions that we ask ourselves, they like determine what our subconscious goes to mind working on. And what's so key to remember is you don't always need to know the answers to your questions. You just need to like be in the energy of it. So it could be like, how can I be of service today? Be in the energy of that. Your subconscious mind throughout the day will be looking for ways that you can be of service to other people. If you want to attract financial abundance, how can I attract in wealth, right? Into my experience, be in that energy, be in that question, because your subconscious goes to work answering that. And Mars in Gemini really reminds us of that. It brings it into the forefront, the power of our questions and knowing like our words, they have an energy behind them. So shift out of autopilot and be very aware, very conscious of the questions that you're putting out into the universe, the questions that you're asking yourself. Okay. So let me see here, just checking in with the comments. Sarah is a Pisces sun, beautiful Capricorn moon, Virgo rising. Lovely combination of like the water energy and the earth. That is prime for manifesting because the water energy is like that sensitive, that intuitive, that feeling, and the earth energy is the structure. So it's actually like taking the practical action. And when it comes to manifesting, we want both ideally. Like we need to have the structures, the system, the solid foundation. But we also need to be open to possibility, right? It all starts with a dream. Like, we have to dream big. We have to expand our imagination, and then we take that into practical action steps. Lydia, how can I see the situation in a new way? Yes, powerful question, right? How can I see this differently? Yep, beautiful. All right, Natalie, hello, welcome. And let's see, let your lessons be your blessings. Yeah, they can be, right? Lessons can be our blessings if we choose to see them that way, and we allow ourselves to see it that way for sure. So, okay, let me kind of sum up some of the main themes, because I know we touched on a lot. And like I said, April is one of the most important months. Like, there is just so much going on. So I guess the main thing here is to really look at finding what that balance is for you of taking action, being out there, being motivated. Like, don't put it, if there's something you want to do, now is the time. Like, don't put it off, because the thing is, when we say, and it's not like there's not something to divine timing, and when we intuitively know it's not right, like, trust that gut instinct. I'm not talking about forcing things, but we also have to be careful that we don't get into that trap of, I'll do this tomorrow, or it doesn't feel right now, because the thing with that is it's never tomorrow, right? It's like tomorrow's never in the now. So it's looking at, well, what can I do today? What can I take action on today? And who's in the driver's seat in my life? Am I staying connected to that wisdom of my higher self, the wisdom of my heart? Am I allowing that to lead the way, or am I allowing the fear? Because this is the time to, like, just allow that wisdom, that courage to shine through. And at the same time, with the Piscean energy, allow that time that you need to recharge, because it's often through silence, it's through taking that time for ourselves, right? Taking time away, stepping back, that the creative ideas do flow in. That's when the new ideas come in. That's when we integrate the information. So really looking at, what is that balance for me? And then the Capricorn energy, these karmic themes, just be open to, if there is relationship issues that are coming up, trust that sometimes it's like the soul contract is done. We release the relationship with love, and as we do that, it creates space for new to come in. And also just making sure you're saying yes to where, like, claim your destiny. Where are you being guided? Like, say yes to it. It's a co-creative process. And even as an astrologer, I don't believe things are happening to us, or we're ever a victim to what's going on in the cosmos. The universe is always supporting us, and we always have a choice of how we work with the energies. So it's really helpful to know, okay, what is going on, because we are all one. These shifts, these changes are within us as well, and then it's working with that. Hi, Bex. How are you, beautiful? Petcha, Miri, welcome. All right. So I hope this served you, and you have some new insights, some new awareness as we go into April, as we go into Aries season, a time for motivated action. If you do want to claim one of those readings, I've got 5 spots opened up. You can visit my website, spiritualgoddesses.com, or you can send me a message, and I'd be happy to connect and see what's coming up for you for the rest of the year, and how these, like, major themes that are going on are personally affecting you in your life, and not even affecting, how can you, like, work with them? How can you manifest with them? And I'll give very practical guidance toward your career, toward your relationships, like steps you can take to make those changes today to manifest what you want. So thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Enjoy these beautiful vibes. I love Aries season. Enjoy. And at the same time, take that time you need to recharge your energy, to go within and allow those new creative ideas to come through. So sending so much love and light to you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.